Got his loads on there.
Lovely, thank you, Zach.
Loads in the neck.
Believe me, every one of these verses is true.
Can't wait.
Who tied on boots for Mansfield Town's star fullback, more or less, and then next with the army served abroad, before he swapped his uniform for red coat at Skegness, presenting to show business Brian Ward. Who'd walk along the Shalley line at midnight in his reds and interrupt that moment when you've scored? As he passed by your window shouting out, "Stand by your beds," you recognise the voice of Brian Ward. Who said he'd purchase every seat for late night cabaret and sit there on his own and not applaud, while Joe Hanno Edson was forced to say and play without a single clap from Brian Ward? And when the tax man called him in to have his tax assessed, whose letters he had constantly ignored, he told them straight that just 2 suits were all that he possessed, and those 2 suits would just fit Brian Ward. The owners of the betting shops now face a sterner test. Their takings have gone down across the board, with lockdown and inflation, rising prices and the rest, but mainly from the loss of Brian Ward. The music halls, the knobbly knees and all those shows he's done, a Butlins host who never left you bored. So let's recall the laughter and the bluntness and the fun, our very own Ted Bovis, Brian Ward. I was going to do this for tonight. The bar is open. Here's the chance for everyone inclined to buy the round he never could afford. And raise a glass to someone who is just one of a kind. A Butlins toast to Compere, Brian Ward.
That's brilliant.
She is. Before I do the eulogy, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all for turning up today. And I know you've all come from many miles. And, you know, thank you once again from everybody. You know, it's great. So, I'm going to do this. It's Brian's eulogy. Today we have come together to celebrate the life of one of our own, our dear friend Brian. Brian was born on the 31st of the 12th, 1939 in Nottingham, where he grew up with his mother, father, sister and brother. As a youngster, he loved playing football. He was so good that he actually became a professional footballer, which led him to becoming a very good friend of Brian Clough, OBE, and Peter Taylor, who was Brian Clough's assistant manager at Nottingham Forest. In fact, Brian's sister, Christina, recollects today that Peter Taylor used to babysit for the whole family. After his brief football career, Brian joined the army, serving in the Royal Army Ordnance Corps for around 9 to 10 years, earning a service medal for a tour of Aden, part of Yemen, and finished. A complete change of career followed when Brian became a redcoat at both Barry Island Barry Island and Skegness camps. It was at Skegness that Brian had one of his proudest moments. One of his proudest moments. Dad were able to see him perform. However, most of his Butlins years was spent at his beloved Barry Island, starting out as a redcoat, working with his good friends Mike and Val Martin and Ray Martin. He followed his time as a redcoat by becoming the renowned Compere, host of the Pig and Whistle Bar. The largest bar on the centre, Brian loved working in the Pig and Whistle, particularly working alongside another much-loved institution of the bar, Mr. Barry Lucas, who couldn't sadly make it today, with whom he remained a very close friend for a lifelong friend. Brian also enjoyed working alongside and appreciated the talents of the redcoat resident band, the resident band in the bar, which was Taffy Apple. Some of whom, which I was hoping was going to come today, they might be over there at Nell's Point. Their last respects, to pay their last respects. He is very much enjoyed comparing the sound.
You need to get a
Go on, yeah. Do you mind having a photograph with the trousers off? Right? Oh, there you go.
Too late, everybody's taking them. Hang on, George!
George, you won't tell your wife to come on.
Emma, it'll come straight back in.
Say a little prayer for our, I think we all know it, our Lord's Prayer. Brian, would you mind? No. Thank you very much. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Just one thing, George has volunteered to put the wreath in the sea. This is where we say goodbye to Brian finally. As I said, he is a star, as far as I'm concerned. He's going to go up there, he'll be watching up there in the sun and laughing at us all silly old beggars, doing all the things that we do, making mistakes and still laughing and joking. Thank you very much, Brian, for being with us. Thank you very much. George, do the honours, son. Let's give him a round of applause. Yeah. We'll see you in Sand Bay tomorrow.
When the water
It's in the lap of the gods, mate. It'll come in this way because the tide is coming up from the bottom of the estuary. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, from here now we're going to go up to the Market Street Tavern. If you want to come, you're very, very welcome. We'll tie you up to you. Okay.
Market Street Club!
I am that. And the Market Street Club is the same place. Right? It's only a small room, but there's enough for 35 people in it. We can all get in there, no problem. If you want a drink, you can.